Oh, good morning. Good morning. I have this little bag here. This was a gift from Maria at Pink Crafty World. She brought this to me when we met in Cleveland. But I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, but I do want to show you what she brought me. Um, and it's really adorable. It's got the cutest fabric and it's got this trim. Let me set this over here. And she made this little pink poinsettia, and there's like a star in the middle, but she just glued it to like a pin back, like you would put on a brooch, and pinned it onto the bag. And I think that's so smart. That's so cute. And then she sewed some ribbon handles onto it, and she made me this wonderful card, and she's already did a video on the card, but I'm going to show it again. If you don't know Maria from Pink Crafty World, well, I'm sure you probably do. Everybody here knows, everybody on my channel pretty much knows Maria, but this is the prettiest card, and it's the snow and cocoa paper, and she layered up this little snowflake with this little rosette and some more snowflakes on it, and then she actually made the ribbon. And I don't know, let me hold this up. She made this ribbon with it's like, I don't know if she used the phyllo or the, oh no, she used the air dry, not the polymer. She used the air dry clay and painted it with this pearly pink color. And then she cut this out, the Merry Christmas. And this is such pretty paper. She got this, she said, from Carmen. And it is so pretty. I don't know if you can see the if the camera will do it justice or not. And then she popped up these little tickets and this little, whatchamacallit, penguin. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. And then inside she has embossed a tree and the word holiday greetings in this pink frosty embossing, and it's so pretty. And then she put a little handmade by Pink Crafty World on the back, so that was super sweet of her. She also made this, which I think is so cute. I'm going to see if I can hold it at an angle so you can see. Let me turn this light off. All right. Maybe not. Yeah, that's a little bit better. I'm going to put my hand here so it doesn't glare. But inside, there's a little park bench and this little tiny pink bottle brush tree. And there's a little boy and a couple Christmas lights laying on the ground. And she's glued in what appears to be like some snow, but there's also some little iridescent flakes, so it looks really pretty. And she put this pretty trim on the edge and then wrapped this little star trim over it, and she added this little bow at the top, and it's just so cute. Anyway, it sits, you can hang it or you can set it, and so I think that that's just adorable. Anyway, really sweet, very thoughtful of her to bring me a gift. Okay, so I digress. I'm going to set this aside. She also gave me a gift card, which she did not need to do. Maria, that is too much. But before I talk about our meeting, I want to talk about our trip to Cleveland. We went to Cleveland on Friday for Thad's work party. And this is where we stayed last year at the Hyatt. And it's really, really nice. It's the arcade. It's downtown, right off the square. It is so pretty. It's all decorated with lights. So we did not know that out the back door there is a little street, a little side street called 4th Street. But literally, it is just jam-packed with all these little bars and restaurants and stores and things. So on Friday, we didn't have much time before the party. Once we checked into the hotel, we pretty much just got ready. We went to the party. The party ended at 11 because of the space we were in. That's what time they stopped. We have to clear out. And so then they moved the after party to the bar, which is the 1809, I think it's called. And so we went to the bar, but the bar gave last call around midnight. Well, so I had already changed my clothes. I went to the room and changed into something comfortable, jeans. And I put on a really thick hoodie because it was pretty cold that night. So we decided to go out the back of the hotel down 4th Street to check out the Cleveland nightlife. Boy, did we. Okay, first of all, what we didn't know was there was a Mabel's barbecue. And look at their drink stir. I saved a few things to put in our souvenir book, but look at the little pig on the top of this. Is that not so stinking cute? But they have the hottest barbecue sauce I have ever tasted. It lit me up, literally. So, needless to say, I didn't use a lot of it because I was really kind of shocked at how hot it was. But I had the smoked pork and pork belly, and it was really, really good. And that had the brisket, and it was really, really good. And then they have a few other things. Oh, and on their dessert menu, they only have 2 things: pudding. But one of them is banana pudding with vanilla wafers, which is like, that's classic. So, oh, yeah. So that's how I cooled down my palate. So we went a few other places that night, and we found a bar that the woman in there, we went to a speed bar. I'd never been to. I went to 3 new bars that I'd never been at. Thad likes to try new beers. I'm not a huge drinker, but I was like, fine. Once I'm already drinking, then I'm like, okay, one more is not going to hurt. So first we went to a speed bar, and I had I believe it was Kettle One Peach vodka, which was amazing. And they mixed it with cranberry juice. And I can't remember, it was called Jingle Juice maybe, but it was amazingly good. But they told us about a speakeasy, and it was really cool because and at first Thad kind of rolled his eyes, and he's like, okay, prohibition is over. There's no such thing as a real speakeasy. But of course, he's Mr. Realist. But I was like, come on, let's go find it, and he was like, yeah, I want to go. So we walked actually by it. It wasn't lit up. It wasn't marked. It was an unmarked door in the traditional sense that a speakeasy would be. And so there was a really tall guy in an overcoat and a hat and a scarf all bundled up standing outside the door when we got there, like guarding the door, kind of. Not guarding, but how it would be in a speakeasy. And so we walked past it, but then I was like, I think that's it. And he was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. And we turned around and went back, and we started to go up to the door, and the guy kind of stepped inside us, and he was like, can I help you or something? I don't know what he said. And I was like, can we get a drink here? And he was like, he just grabbed the door handle and opened it. And he said, stay to your right and watch your step. And it was very, very dark. We went down some steps to a landing, turned left, went down some more steps, and into, all of a sudden, noise, bright light, lots of people, very cool, retro speakeasy. The cool part about it was all the waitresses were kind of dressed the part. So they all looked like 1940s pinup girls, which was really super cool. And they were all young and pretty, and all their clothes were in the period. So it was pretty cool. Well, so then we heard there was a pop-up bar. Well, I never heard of a pop-up bar. I'd never been to a pop-up bar. So we were talking to somebody in the speakeasy that told us where the pop-up bar was. So then we turned around and we went to that. So after that, we were pretty worn out. It was super fun though. And a pop-up bar apparently is where there is no bar. They just bring in some shelves and some table and chairs and decorate the place. And it's a Christmas fundraiser. And so they have a limited amount of drinks, and they only have like maybe, 1 or 2 of maybe 8 choices in all, and a beer or 2 of things that you can order, and maybe a snack on the side. So, but then they have some things for sale, and all the money goes to whatever charity. And so it was pretty cool. So we went to that, and throughout the time Thad was collecting all of the beer that we tried. We were trying to collect the little, whatchamacallit, coaster that went with that beer. So, here's a Mabel's. Here's a Mabel's barbecue. We got a lot more of those. Anyway, so that's kind of his souvenir, how he remembers what's what as far as where we go. Anyway, So the next day, we were going to meet Maria and her husband in West Market, which is really, really cool. I did not know about this place before. A lot of people had told us we should visit it. And we have a city market here in Indianapolis. It's pretty cool. But West Market in Cleveland is amazing. And it's a huge, huge building with all these artesian foods and gourmet items. And it smells like you just can't even believe. So the first building we walk in is the produce building, and it just smells like summer, all the fruit and vegetables. But you can't make eye contact with anybody or they'll grab you up and literally just fill your mouth full of free samples until you feel obligated to buy stuff. But I went to Mina's Produce. We spent like $30 there. And this stuff is just the bomb. I got some dehydrated fruits and some chocolate covered items and some real sesame, those little sesame cracker things that you put in your salad. I don't really know what they're called. Sticks, maybe sesame sticks, but they're not fried. They're baked and they are delicious. And anyway, so then we went through the main building and we went to Westside Cafe, which is where we met Maria and her husband and Edwin. And it was so great to meet her. And she posted a picture on her Instagram and I took a terrible picture and I look like I'm making the goofiest face, but let me see. Thad took a video on his phone and I do not have his phone. So let me see if I can find, let me see if I can find Maria. I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, so we started out in the West Market Cafe. Oh, I forgot. Let me back up. The morning, we weren't meeting until 2. So the next morning when we woke up, we had 3 or 4 hours to wander around, but it was really, really cold and it was raining. So I got on my maps. You know how you can look at what's near you? And I found that there were 2 or 3 places right near us. But Thad had said last year he wanted to go to Wahlburgers and try, Mark Wahlberg and Donnie Wahlberg and the 3 brothers that have their own restaurant. He wanted to go last year and we didn't go. And I knew it was within walking distance. So I said to him, well, let's just go. Let's just go walk around and see what we can find. I have some place I want to stop here on the map. And he didn't ask me what, which is strange because he almost always asks, well, what is it? Well, anyway, so we go walking around. And when we came around the corner to Wahlberg's, he was super excited. That's okay. I don't know how to get to Maria's page. Like I have Maria's, what she's posted today. Oh, here it is. Okay, here's our picture. Here's one of the pictures. Let me see. She put one by the tree. Let me see. Let me see if I can show this picture on my phone. Let me zoom in here. Yeah, this is us in the hotel in front of the big Christmas tree inside the arcade. It's not a very good picture from far away. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. Well, it won't zoom in. There we are. Hey. Well, anyway, so we went to Wahlburgers and you know what? It's super good. Their food is super good. And I told the waitress, I just want whatever, like, what's the signature burger? And she said, well, it's of course the Wahlburger with Wahlburger sauce and these special onions they make. And they cut these red onions super, super thin and like put them in like a tempura batter and fry them up. But they put on this burger what's called Pearl's Pickles. And I don't know that much about the Wahlberg, so I don't know if Pearl was their mom or Pearl's their grandma, but her pickle recipe is amazing. And it's so dilly and it's not too garlicky and it is so good. But they cut those pickles about that thick and that burger was amazing. And so then we got to try the wall beer, of course. We had to try the wall beer. And then they have all these sauces. And the Wahlburger sauce, she told me, is mayonnaise ketchup with a little bit of sriracha. And she said, oh, and salt and pepper. And she said, so you can make it at home. And I said, oh, are you allowed to tell us that secret? I said, that's cool. And she goes, oh, yeah, they tell you it's not a secret because they want you to be able to go home and make it yourself. They know you can't just always be here. And I was like, oh, that's smart. Because a lot of people would be like, oh, it's a secret. They don't tell what's in their secret sauce or whatever. But then she handed us this little cup. I say me. She handed us this little cup and she said, this is my favorite sauce. It's honey garlic. And I thought, oh, that's gross. But it was delicious. I was so surprised. So in the end, we got to try multiple things at Wahlburgers. So I wanted to walk to the dollar store because Maria had mentioned that she was bringing Baby J with her. And if you follow her videos, you know she watches her niece a lot and that she stays over at the house with them a lot. And she's really cute. She's, I think, almost 3. And, or maybe she is 3. I can't remember. That's bad. My memory is bad. Anyway, so I thought, oh, I'm bringing Maria this present because I made her a little assortment of stuff. Not any big, not like she made me. I had just put a few things together that I was saving for her. But I didn't want to show up with something, without giving Baby J something. So I kept telling Thad, I want to stop at this dollar store, and there's a dollar store on this map. So we walked like all the way around this dollar store and never found this dollar store. And I could not for the life of me figure out what we were doing wrong. And it was on a level above us where we were at. It wasn't on the street level. It was in the building. We walked around in an entire Jack's Casino, and inside the Jack's Casino is Tower City, and inside Tower City is a shopping mall. So what's that tell you? In the cold rain, I'm stupid, I know. I didn't pay any attention. So that's why I have a little cold now. Anyway, so we went inside, we cut through Jack's Casino and went by this little Dollarama place, and I found a little stuffed reindeer for Baby J. And then we saw they had a red line train, and I started looking at it, and Dad went over and talked to the guy, and the train went right to the city market, and we were planning on Ubering anyway. So we asked the guy, we said, oh, that's cool. How much is it to ride the train? And he said, well, it's $2.50 each way. But he said, if you pay $5, you can buy an all-day pass, and it's good till 3 a.m. tomorrow. And we were like, what? So we did. We bought 2 all-day passes, and we got on the train. And the red line train's really cool because, like, when you're in Tower City, it's underground, and it's like a subway. But then because you're between 2 great big hills, I don't know that they call them mountains, but it goes like out, and then you're hanging from a cable, and you're in the air, and you can see on both sides. You can see the bridge when you go over the river, and it's pretty cool. And it may not be a river; it may just be a cove off of Great Lake Erie. I'm not sure how that works there, if that's a river mouth or not. And then it goes back into another hill / mountain. I'm from Indianapolis, which is flat as a board, almost. So every big hill to me seems like it might be a mountain. But it goes back into the hill, and then it becomes like it's underground, the subway again. So that was pretty cool. So when you get off at 25th Street, literally, that is diagonally across the street, the corner from the West Market. So, and you're on like a big, it's weird too, because you're suspended up on this big, platform. You have to get up there, or you have to get down, from there when the train comes in. Anyway, so back to the meeting. So during the meeting, I was talking about how fun I thought that little train was, that little train ride, and how you could see out both sides of the car, because all the glass. And so I told Maria, if you want, we'll ride the train back and have the guys pick us up because the casino's like a block from the hotel. So we did that. We rode the train back to Tower City, me and Maria, and Thad rode with Edwin back, and they picked us up right out front of Jack's Casino. So we walked through the casino, and she got to see all the Christmas decorations in the mall and the casino, which were really pretty. And David had a giant scale size horse and buggy set up. And it's like almost the size of a real horse, like as tall as me. Fake, plastic, white horse. That's how that's how extravagant some of the decorations were. We should have I told her we should have took a picture. I think we were going to. I don't know why we didn't. Anyway, so we sat, there's a big skywalk over that intersection, and you can sit and watch the traffic, and there's benches all along both sides, and it's nice and warm because you're inside. So we sat on that crosswalk waiting for them to text us that they were there. And so we got to sit and just kind of talk and look out, and people, look out the window. And then we, and we could take the escalator, so we didn't have to climb stairs because there's escalators everywhere, which is nice, and elevators. Because I tell you what, I was climbing a lot of stairs at that hotel. So then we went back to the hotel. The hotel was built in 1890. It's got a lot of architecture and a lot of history, and Thad loves that. And so him and Edwin were talking about that, and apparently Maria's husband is interested in some of that too. So Thad really liked Edwin and seemed to have a lot of things to talk about with him, which is super nice. I'm glad they found that they had things in common, because that's nice. I would hate for them to just be sitting around bored, like, yeah, here's our crafty wives, and we both feel each other's pain because we got to go to Tuesday morning every week, So, anyway, a lot of the things in the hotel were, handmade, because they were handcrafted because of the time that they were made. They didn't have the tools and the electricity and the things that they have now. And so it's amazing to see some of the brass work and the iron work, and it was all decorated up for Christmas. They were getting ready for a wedding when Maria was there. And so I wanted to take them down to what's called the chocolate bar, because they have an amazing menu of these delicious little appetizers and little gourmet things you can buy. And unfortunately, I think the entire bridal party was in there. And you could see through the window clearly that the bride was in there in her white dress. But I think the entire bridal party was in there, because when I went in there, I talked to the guy, and he said, yeah, it's going to be about 45 minutes before I can get you a table for 4 people in the family section, because part of it's a bar, and we had baby Jay with us. So I told him, we needed the family section. And he said, it's going to be, actually, I think he said it was going to be 45 minutes either way. So I said, okay, thank you, and left. So I apologized to Maria for dragging her all the way down to the other end of the hotel, but at least she got to see some more of the gargoyles, which are really cool. And the top floor of the open section of the atrium part, the arcade part of the hotel, because it's got 2 towers at each end, and then the center part is an open 5-story arcade. There's gargoyles all over on these iron posts that used to be gas lamps, and they are all different. They're carved or maybe cast. I don't know how they made them back then, but some are eagles, and some are lions, and some are lizards, and some are falcons, and they have all these different heads, and they're really cool to see. And I just wonder how long it actually took them to build that hotel, because there's so much. There's marble and terrazzo and brass and iron and all of these things that are heavy and not easy to work with. And I tell you what, the stairs are amazing. The stairs are really what fascinates me, because it's the same stairs that are original to the hotel, and they are so worn out that when you stand in front of them, you can actually see the slope down, where in the middle people's feet have worn them down, so a little bit over the years, that you can see the slight difference in the wear. So I don't know how many people it takes. Here, I'm going to pull up this picture. This is the inside of the atrium. Oh, here's that at Wahlberg's. I said, I got to take a picture of you with the Wahl brothers. There's me with the other Wahlberg picture boys. Okay, so here's the staircase when you're on the second level over around the side. And here's it from the other side. Here is it from like the bar area when you're looking over. This is kind of close. That's blurry. And then that's when you're standing at one end looking down. And you can see the tables are all set up on the main floor at the bottom. And that's where our Christmas party was. But they were, at this time, they were getting ready to set up for a wedding. But you can see all of the decorations and on each balcony where there's swags of greenery and red bows hung in between each post. And then on the stairwell, on the staircase itself, they have greenery and lights wound around the banister. So it's just lovely. And even without all that, it's lovely. And here's the tree. You can see at the other end, here's Thad sitting right here. But if you look at the other end, see that big tree there, that big Christmas tree at the other end of the arcade? That's where to the right there is where the chocolate bar is, but that's where me and Maria were standing for that picture that we took in front of the Christmas tree. So, and then here's me and Thad inside the hotel during the day. I was trying to get a picture of the ceiling, and you can't quite see. It's got almost like I wish I'd have got a better picture of the ceiling. You can't quite see the ceiling. Here, this one you can see a little bit better. I don't know if you can you see the ceiling on it? Oh, it's just amazing. It's an amazing hotel. It's just gorgeous. Yeah. Okay, here's the other end when you're on the bottom floor. This was at our Christmas party, and you can see the steps going up to the Christmas tree at that end. So on one end is the staircase that wraps around. The other end is the staircase that just goes straight up. And that was the end we stayed on. And here you can see downtown, the square. Excuse the spot on my fingernail. That's where I smashed my finger. All the trees have lights on them on the square. So I was trying to take pictures, but it came out blurry. But you can see when as you drive, the curbs are granite. I still can't get over that. I guess they last a lot longer, many more years when they're granite. Here's another picture at the party. Let me see, that's another party picture. That's me and Thad. Here's from kind of the side when you're looking up the side at the balcony. You can see where there's one level of rooms. They have shops on one level. And then last year we actually stayed, our room opened up to that banister. Let's see. Yeah, that's blurry too. These are all, some of them are good, some of them are blurry. I just kept snapping pictures the whole time, but we really did have a good time. Oh, one more thing. On the way home, I decided that I was going to stop at a Tuesday morning or find a store in Ohio that we didn't have in Indiana. So I found on the map, I found an AC Moore, and I heard they're going out of business. And I bought a few things. And Andy, my friend at work, is so irritated with this. I'm sure some of you have seen this before. It's a no pin, and it just says no. And it says no in a lot of different ways. And it might be really irritating, but I need to say no more often.
No. Yeah, no.
No. I cannot. I cannot quit playing with this pen. I'm like such a little kid with this pen. And I bought it for my boss because she needs to say no more too. Or like a lot more. No, no, no. And now I feel like I should keep it. So something I found though that's really interesting. Check this out. This is from Gourmet Village. This is a hot chocolate mix. Maple bacon hot chocolate. Does that not look like, I don't know, so probably so fattening. 8,000 carbohydrates. 30, it says. Oh, one serving. Oh, no. Yeah, one serving. Oh, wow. Only what you should have in a day. Okay. I've been working on the charm for Andrew. Those of you that watch know that I've been working on Andrew a charm, and I'm about to start Austin's. And I found these beads, and these are really cool. They have little basketballs and baseballs and footballs and soccer balls. And since he played almost every sport, I'm going to put some of those beads on his charm. And I really don't have any like sports related beads. So I thought that was cool. I think I paid, I don't know, for that. And then I found these fabric quarters. These fat quarters are really cute. They had a lot of cute ones. I only bought this one. They're $1.25 each, but I thought this one was super cute because it's got the camper. See, it says in a happy camper at Christmas. And this one has these little green plaid curtains, and it's got this radio flyer wagon with a little tree in it, but it says Dasher on the side. Yeah, and then it's got this little Vespa or moped or whatever you call it, a little bike. It says Mary Mary on the bike, and in the basket, the front basket of the bike, there's a little tree. But I thought this was just adorable. And of course, the red truck, right? But it's got this white truck too that says Merry Christmas on the front. So it's got all kinds of fun little things. And I thought it was just adorable. So I picked that up. That's not bad. It's probably I'm guessing look, I took my mat out since I changed to this countertop. I don't have my mat, but I am guessing it's probably 14 inches by 14 inches. Let me see if this says. Oh, it's stuck to my table. It is. Oh, it says 18 by 21. So I underestimated that. Anyway, I thought that was cute. And I'm sure I bought a couple more things, but I'm pretty sure I either wrapped them already or I put them away. And I can't remember what they are now because that was a few days ago and I've worked since then and I'm sleepy. So that's it for that. It was wonderful again to meet Maria at Pink Crafty World. If you don't know her, go check out her channel. She makes the cutest things. And she's not near as windy as me. You know, I post these videos that are way too long. And thank you again, Maria, for this cute little bag and this wonderful gift. I actually put this in my room on a shelf because it's adorable. And I thought, oh, I'm going to put it in my room. And I did. I put it in my room. This is so cute. This little boy is so cute. Oh, I didn't realize he's holding a wreath. Look, he's got can you see that? Let me get this over. You can't see on my camera, stinks. He's holding a wreath on his arm. Can you see that green looped around his arm? He's holding a wreath, a Christmas wreath. So that's cool. Isn't that cute? Okay. So I'm going to wrap this up for now. I'm up way too early. I did get some sleep yesterday, ran some errands, went back to sleep, and woke up at like 4:45 in the morning. Not fun. So that's it for me. And you all have a good day. I may see you later. See you when I see you. Bye. Bye.